Our infrastructure is set up in a way that all the event data is captured through Segment and then piped into Amplitude. The way engineering team has implemented it is any click generally triggers 4 or 5 events at the same time, and the timestamps also vary at times, so they get jumbled up between clicks. And if I want to use the user journey, it's getting confusing because it follows the timestamp. If there are any best practices you have published for people who are not using Amplitude tracking and getting data from outside?
These events that are sent one after the other, what kind of events are they?
No, this is just user activity on the website. It's a B2B software. It's not single transaction based kind of thing.
So they're just unique actions that happen very
Yes.
quickly, almost at the same time.
Yes, they log in, they land on a page called dashboard. There are 4 events which are firing at that point. That's where it's becoming tricky. If they search on the dashboard, there are 2-3 events which get fired just by a user action, which is just a search. I'm trying to figure out if there is a way we can still leverage the existing data to get to a sense of user path there.
Probably the most obvious thing to recommend here is to have all the data on one event, if possible, unless these are really separate events, separate user actions or events fired on the back end that actually are different milestones in the user journey. If you have a strong reason to keep them separate, that's fine. If not, then you can merge them in Amplitude as well, depending on how unique they are at different stages. Because you have the same event repeating at different stages, you cannot merge it with all the other ones because it's just not unique to the situation. I think you mentioned the homepage loading, and then later in the cycle, they have to be different for the merging to work. There is a feature, so custom events, you can fix data that way, but it's meant to be used as a shortcut. There's actually a feature where you can merge events and they will be displayed as one. It's more for data fixing as opposed to creating a shortcut. I'll quickly show you where to find this. I went to data, events, and then let's say these 2 events are supposed to be one event. I click them here. You'll have this option to merge events under the transform option here. That said, you need to add the events to your schema first. Unexpected means that you're not sure whether they should be in here in the first place. So that's why it's waiting for you to take an action to accept them or reject them. That's what I would recommend to fix data, creating a shortcut rather than fixing the data.